The problem 99% of people have is they want to like over optimize their training in a weird way that gets them like less gains. Hey bro, I'm Morpheus, a 15-year-old calisthenics athlete. As of now, I can do 60 kilo dips, 40 kilo pull-ups, learn the handstand push-up in 3 days. The 80-20 rule says you get 80% of the results from 20% of the work. If you have one guy, let's say, who wants to over-optimize, which is probably you, and is like changing programs, changing exercises, changing this, changing that, right? Like every single week before even seeing progress. Then you have this other guy who like sticks to like the same main exercises. Maybe he'll change something, but in general, he does the same exercise, he adds a rep, maybe he adds like a tiny plate, and so the second guy will actually make more gains because he's in this like positive feedback loop, where he goes, he makes some gains, he rests, maybe he has like a little bit of a plateau, but he keeps on going, he sticks to his basic training routine, but simply stays there and just does it again and again and again. And because so many people have this problem, I made this video to solve it for you watching, yes. And this can be applied to any form of working out, it doesn't really matter, and I'm not gonna go into any like very specific details because this is literally the point of this video. First is certain times with certain goals. So starting off, let's say you'll have 3 weeks hypertrophy, 3 weeks on strength, and then like one peak week, which is just like maybe like 3 sets 3 sets of 4. And so after that you take like a deload, and then you basically cycle that again. And the reason why your body absolutely needs this is because it cannot adapt to multiple of these at once, like hypertrophy, strength, and like optimizing your nervous system to like fire super hard. It cannot do that in one workout, so you just separate them into like weeks or separate workouts so you can individually focus on each of them. Like before I implemented this, which is called periodization, into my training, I was making like alright progress, right? I reached like a 35 kilo dip for like 2 or 3 reps, but after I implemented this, like my progress went to like 50 kilos on my first block, like almost 50 kilos, and now this is my second block where I'm at 60 kilo dip, so pretty crazy work, yeah. And essentially while doing all of this, we're managing our fatigue. So during the hypertrophy weeks, you'll go like easier, more volume, and then during the strength weeks, you'll gain fatigue because you're gonna be going like a lot higher intensity. And this whole thing, having this like these changes will make your muscles like have to like, it'll force them to adapt essentially. The second thing is progressive overload. Just like tracking that you're actually progressively overloading, like adding like 1 rep every workout, like that's more than enough. If you're adding 1 rep every workout, that's considered pretty good. If you're adding like let's say the tiny plates, like the 1 kilo plates on each side, that's like really good progress. And you don't know it because you don't see it in the moment, but after like the positive feedback loop comes back, you'll feel it in just like a couple of weeks. You're just delaying the gratification instead of like going now and like pumping out like 3 ultra heavy reps and then you just plateau the next week. Third is understanding how to train and program. This is like kind of related to what I talked about, but you probably already know too much watching these type of videos, so I'm not even gonna get into this, though my community is below. And number 4 is that it's not about absolutely giving your all in every workout, like going super hard, training to failure. That's the instant gratification of working out, and that'll plateau you because you'll just like get fatigued super fast. It's more about being motivated to go and chase it again the next day. You want to do like just slightly less than what you feel like you should be doing, because that is the delayed gratification of working out. That is where you'll get these like crazy gains because you just don't like want them right now and for the instant gratification. You don't go to the gym and just like blast the reps, with like ultra heavy weights. So your goal is to get ultimately more gains, right? And so if you want to get there in the fastest time, you don't want to like just train super hard because you're just going to plateau again. But if you have this like varying stimuli where you where you delay the gratification and you just get the goal, the big goal, the ultimate goal of more gains faster than you would have if you went and trained super hard, which would be even more like demanding from you. All of this leads back to the 80-20 rule, where you only give 20% of the work but for 80% of the gains. If you're like me who trained super hard, you have to find a way to feel like you did a little bit too little. That's where you want to be, because this will give you your drive, like I said. Then you take your rest of like your attention and your kind of work capacity towards building yourself up, like just talking to people, improving your habits, improving your life, and how you actually feel. Because your feeling and your stress and socializing and your habits, your how your day like literally looks like, how your week looks like. If you're just going to the gym and coming home and like autistically like looking at every single detail what you can improve, that's gonna get you less gains than if you were to just go out and obviously don't do drugs or something, but if you were to go out and socialize with people, go to some like I don't know, some gym further away from your house, which is like some big gym, and just find people to talk to, make some new friends, just do like interesting adventures for once. And that is why you shouldn't aim for perfect days. Instead, you should aim for consistent months and months and months and months, which will make for this huge delayed gratification where you'll be there one day being like, I got this faster than what I thought I would have. And that is it, bro. See you. Keep overloading.